Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. I thought we'd get a bit colourful and creative today, and I just did this little blue purpley cut crease. I did a similar look on my Instagram last night and you guys loved it and wanted the tutorial, so the techniques are exactly the same for this one as well. Hope you're all keeping safe. Hope you're all staying at home, except for obviously key workers. Key workers are doing everything they can at the minute. Everyone who I live with is a key worker and is still working at the moment, so those are the people that are keeping our country running at the minute. Shout out to you, you're doing an amazing job. For the rest of us, all we're being asked to do is stay at home, so let's do that. But as you guys know, we are on lockdown now, so that means there's going to be lots more tutorials, lots more content. I'm going to carry on with this uploading a YouTube video every single day. I'm absolutely loving it, I'm really enjoying it, you guys are loving it, so we're going to keep that going for the next 3+ weeks, I hope. So this is the look that I created today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section below. And if you want to see how I created this purple cut crease look, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's crack on with the tutorial. I'm thinking of doing something a little bit blue, lilacs, purples, that kind of vibe. Bit sparkly. Maybe a little bit of a cut crease as well. I don't know. So let's crack on. I'm just going to grip my hair out the way there. Sorted. So I think I'm going to use the Be Perfect Carnival XL Pro palette with Stacey Marie and the Me, Myself and Mama Mitchell palette. I think I'm going to dip between the two. I know a lot of you guys have both of these palettes. They are amazing for colour work, and yeah, I'm going to use these two palettes today. The first thing I'm going to do is prep my eyelids with the PLOUISE base in the shade number 4. There is a sale on the PLOUISE base at the minute, so if you haven't tried it, it's an amazing time to go and get yourself one. I think they're currently about £6 at the moment, and you can use my code, which I'll put on screen right now and I will leave in the description box as well, and you can get an extra 10% off. So I've just ordered some more bases, paid for them with my own money by the way guys. I've just ordered some more bases. I ordered one of the new metallic bases, and what else did I order? Oh, the Acid Rain paint in Limelight, the neon green one, so I can't wait for those to come. So when they do, I'll definitely be doing a tutorial using those. So yeah, I'm just prepping my eyelids with the PLOUISE base. I have already got a little bit of this on, but it was when I did my skin, and that was quite a while ago now. So I'm just carving my brows out just a little bit, just to kind of redefine those, and just making sure this is all distributed all over the lid, nice and evenly. I am using a MAC 252 brush, don't know if I mentioned that, so yeah, I like to put a good amount of the PLOUISE base on. I know a lot of you kind of struggle with how much you should put on. I like to put a lot on because I feel like it really gives you a good blank canvas. So I'm going to go in with my Beauty Bay full colour brush. This is from the I Wonder brush set, which I think is out of stock at the moment, but it's such a good brush set, so make sure you sign up to the updates because I always use these brushes. I'm sure you guys know this brush set and the iconic brush set from Beauty Bay are amazing and so affordable. I just love these brushes so much. So I'm just pressing that PLOUISE base in, and as you can see, it's given me a really blank canvas for the eye look that we're going to do. So I'm just pressing that in, and I did a little bit of a similar look last night with pinks and oranges and stuff. So today we're going to do blues and purples, but it's kind of the same techniques and things like that. So now that we've got pretty much a blank canvas on the eyes, I'm going to dive right into my palettes. So I need to look which palette has the darkest blue. So we've got this one, which is Mood from the Stacey Marie palette, or the Moody Mitch from the Mitch palette. I think I'm going to go with the Stacey Marie one for... yeah, I'm going to go with the Stacey Marie one because I think it looks a little bit darker. So I'm using this shade, Mood, and I'm taking a Molly O'Brien Gracie brush. So this is kind of like a little stubby pencil brush, just looks like that. It's a bit stained from my look that I did last night. I'm going to dip right into Mood, and I'm going to take tiny amounts of product at a time so that I'm not overloading my brush, and I'm going to work the colour up as I go. So I'm starting just above my crease and I'm building that shade up. So I'm keep going back and forth I don't want any fallout underneath my eyes because I have done my skin first. I mean, who does that when they're doing a creative look? Who knows? But I am really building that shade up. And I'm not going to set my PLOUISE base. I never set my PLOUISE base because if you set it, you're not going to get the pigment payoff and you're not going to get that seamless blend. So I'm just going back and forth, keep going in. And as you can see, that shade is getting darker. And then I'm going to bring it through the crease as well. And just create kind of like a semicircle shape just above the crease. So when I open my eye, you can still see that dark shade. That's what we want, because I am going to take my cut crease slightly higher than my actual crease so that you can still see the sharpness of the lines. So I'm just really building up that shade. And when you think you've got enough on, go in with more. And I know that you're looking at this and thinking, what on earth is she doing? Honestly, trust the process. It's all good. It'll all turn out just fine. I always have to have a cup of tea with me when I'm doing a look. I don't know whether it relaxes me or what, but yeah. Let me know what your tea preferences are in the comment section. I have mine like this colour. So I have it really strong. Yorkshire tea, always. And I have soy milk in it. Unsweetened soy milk, actually. And that's it. No sugar, sweet enough, thank you. And I'm just repeating the same steps on the other side. Alright guys, so now that's done, I'm going to take a tiny little brush like this. This one's from Morphe. I don't know whether they still sell this brush set, but there's so many that you can buy that are similar, like this one from Molly O'Brien. This is a Chaz brush, and this is from Cosmic Brushes. This is my favourite as well. I'm going to use the Morphe one today, and I think I'm going to go in with kind of like a purpley shade. Ooh, that looks nice. So I'm going to go in with this shade, Morgan, from the Mitchell palette. So I'm just dipping right in that shade, and I'm going to use this to ever so slightly buff out the edges of that blue. So nothing too major, very light pressure. I'm not going to try and scrub too hard at the edges. I simply want to lay this colour down and ever so slightly blend out that blue. Otherwise we're just going to end up over blending and causing patching and things like that, because we are working with pressed pigments today. So I'm just ever so slightly blending that out. As you can see, I'm using the tiniest bit of pressure. If you use too much pressure, that's when you experience patching and you're not going to get the best colour payoff. So always be super light with your pressure. Let the product and the bristles do the work for you, honestly. So I'm just going right around that edge. And as you can see, it's laid that colour down. And we don't actually start blending out the edges till the next eyeshadow. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side, and then I'll be right back. Next, I'm going to take this shade here from the same Mitchell palette. This is the shade Miles High. It's a beautiful lavender shade. I'm excited to use this shade. And I'm going to take that on a Beauty Bay round the blend brush, just like this. And this is when we're going to start blending everything out. So I'm actually buffing this into my brow. And I know that might seem crazy, but I just feel like it ties the whole look together when the transition colour is blended right into the brow. And I feel like that's what really gives you that smoky look. And don't be afraid. Anyway, forgot what I was saying then. Right guys, I'm sorry, someone's doing the gardening, but we're just going to have to carry on. The show must go on. I don't know how long people are going to be doing their gardening for. Don't blame them, to be honest, because what else is there to do apart from eyeshadow? Yeah, so I'm going to use very light pressure and I'm just going to blend this out. I feel like these purples from the Mitchell palette are actually super easy to blend. Purple is actually one of the hardest shades to blend. But these two that are in here, I actually never have a problem with blending. Same on the other side. Oh, just got a little Netflix notification there. I have to watch a bit of Netflix whilst we're all in lockdown. Okay, so we've kind of lost the blue a little bit, so I'm going to go back in with that Molly O'Brien brush and the blue shade from the Stacey Marie palette. and I'm going to reinforce that blue shade back in. When you are doing this reverse blending technique, you can lose your colours a little bit, so I just like to go back in and rejig them a little bit and just make sure the pigment's still there and you're still getting that maximum colour payoff. Then I'm going to take that blending brush and I'm going to go in with Morgan, which is the medium brown from the Mitchell palette, and I'm just going to blend that right over the edge of the blue where it's meeting the lilac, just so we can get a really flawless blend going on, because I feel like that colour does get lost as well. So I'm just re-blending that back in, and you can see how much of a difference that makes to that. Honestly guys, now is the time to get practicing, get all your kit out, get your brushes out, wash your brushes, because I know a lot of you probably haven't washed your brushes. Yeah, get your brushes out, get your, you know, let's get motivated, let's grow our Instagrams, let's create amazing content, spread positivity, let's do it all. I'm getting really cringy. Anyway, I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend the edges of all this purple. Just kind of wing it out a little bit. I love a winged out moment when I'm doing a bit of colour. Just going to make sure that that purple's blending nice into my skin, all that good stuff. And now we're gonna cut the crease. Favourite product to cut the crease with, Blank Canvas by PLOUISE, Acid Rain Paint, Mitchell. This is amazing. Where is my brush? So the brush I used to cut my crease last night was the Molly O'Brien Jim Bob brush, and I absolutely love this. It's amazing. So I'm going to take a little bit of Blank Canvas. This is the best product for cutting the crease. Honestly, I'm obsessed with it. It's so thick. Like, I don't think I will ever run out of this. But yeah, it's so thick, so it doesn't start transferring, but it's creamy enough to work with in the meantime whilst you are cutting the crease, if that makes sense. It's just fab. So I like to start on my inner corner, and I kind of use the shape of the brush to match where I'm going to stamp my crease, and then I just stamp it like that. So that kind of gives me a guideline on where I need to go. And as I go through and just keep working in small stages, you don't need to be going whoosh and like all in one. I mean, fairs, if you can do that, then I take my hat off to you. But just work in small stages. No, you know, there's no rush around here. We've got 3 weeks. So, yeah, I just go and I stamp the product on, and I keep opening my eye as I'm doing so I can see and still see the cut crease, because that's what I want. So I'm just going to go along. I'm not too bothered about it mixing with the blue because I'm going to put blue over there anyway. So I'm just creating my cut crease shape. Like that. So we've just got a little bit of a shape like that. It's not as neat at the moment, but I'm going to show you a little trick that I do to neaten it up after I've done the other side. So I'm just going to cut this crease and then I'll be right back. So now that the crease is cut, we're going to start setting the lid. So I think I want to keep it a little bit matte. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a fluffy flat brush. Again, this is from Beauty Bay I Spy brush. And I'm just pressing between the blank canvas and the blue shadow. So I'm not actually moving anything. I'm just pressing. And what this is going to do is thin out the outer layer of that blank canvas, so that when we do start blending the cut crease into this outer edge, everything's going to blend seamlessly because the blank canvas is going to be so thin. So that's just something, if you do struggle with a little bit of patching on this outside, just make sure you're really thinning that bit out. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that dark blue shade that we did at the beginning, and I'm going to start ever so lightly pressing that onto the outer part of the eye. Then I'm going to take a little shader brush like this. I'm going to go in with Morgan, so this beautiful purple shade here. And I'm going to place that next to the blue, and I'm being ever so light with my pressure because I don't want this blank canvas to start cracking or anything like that. Not that it would, because the blank canvas is actually really good, but it does set on its own, so I don't want to overload it with like too much shadow. I just literally want it to be there for a blend. Then I'm going to go in with Miles High, which is the lilac, and start pressing that all over the rest of the lid, and I'm using a flat brush for this. So super light pressure, I'm just packing this on just to make sure that we get best colour payoff. So I'm just going to keep pressing that lilac shade on until I feel like it's all good. So to neaten up all these edges, I'm going to go in with the darkest blue from the Stacey Marie palette, and I'm going to go around the edge of the cut crease and just make sure that it's all neat. I'm going to take a little bit of the Beauty Bay liquid crystals in the shade Opal. Let me just cross my legs. I'm going to take it on this tiny eyeliner brush from Crown. This is a C514. This is like an iridescent bluey pink. So I'm just going to take the teeniest bit of that and I'm just going to sketch over the edge of where the cut crease is, just like that. And just fade it out towards the edge here. And I'm also going to take a little bit of this on the brow bone as well. Just an ever so tiny bit with that same brush just to give a little bit of extra sparkle. Back into the Mama Mitchell palette, I'm going to take this shade, which is Marine. And I'm going to take that on a pencil brush actually. And I'm going to also add that over the brow bone. So it's kind of similar to Opal, just in powder form. Just like that. And then pop that on the inner corner as well. So before I do my under eye, I'm just going to clean up these little bits. I've got a concealer brush here with loads of concealer on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edge that against the eyeshadow. And what that does is it just neatens it up into a little sharp line. Same on this side. Just sharpens everything up a little bit. Then I'm pretty much just going to put the same shades just underneath my eyes. So pencil brush, I'm going to take that dark Stacey Marie shade and just connect that on the outer corner just there. Then I'm going to take another pencil brush. This is a Molly O'Brien Kyra brush, and I'm going to take Morgan, which is the medium purple shade, and I'm going to pop that right in the middle. Blend it into the blue, but I'm leaving this section free here. And then I'm going to take Miles High, which is the lilac, and pop that right on the inner corner. For my waterline, I really want to do like a neon green for some reason. I just really fancy doing that. So I'm actually going to put a little bit of blank canvas in my waterline, and then I'm going to press a neon green shadow over the top of it. So I'm just taking a tiny bit of blank canvas because you don't need much. I'm going to go straight in the waterline. So I'm going to take a little flat brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to take the shade Shmoney, which is this neon green here. Just on that brush like that, and I'm going to pack that in the waterline. And by having this blank canvas, it means you can create any waterline colour as well. Alright guys, I'm going to pop some mascara and some lashes on, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, and that is it for the finished look. We've got this cut crease, blue, lilac, glitter liner, big lashes and a neon green waterline. Crazy. Right guys, so that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Everything that I've used in this video and everything that's on my face right now will be listed in the description box below for you, along with my social channels, so you can come and follow me on Instagram and things like that. TikTok, don't forget. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section below. Stay safe, stay at home, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!